what up, YouTube? We back. We back for the next one. Let's get up in there. We have brought back Poseidon. We shall restore Gaia to her full capabilities. And we shall save the world. Oh yes.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. They burned it to the ground at some point.
You shall not leave the video. You shall watch. Watch to the end.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered Poseidon.
I sure have. I shall insert it, Poseidon. You shall be 3 times more powerful this day.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Word.
Back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
So there's a few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient
They're
world.
learning, man.
Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have.
Because of Ted Farrell,
For
the
instance,
devil.
Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to process this on his own terms.
Yeah, he caused the whole thing to happen, Ted Farrell. So, like, why was he allowed to tamper with anything? Like,
When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city. Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths at their core have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories.
hell yeah.
She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened
Friends
to learn
are
of her
good
fate,
to have.
though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be possible to view some of them, should you find and reconnect the cameras to this room's console.
I'll keep a lookout.
Yes. Alright, let us go.
Farewell, for now.
Let us go and see what Beta has to say. Yeah, before that, let's turn in these drone things.
Let's see what we got.
Alright, let us go downstairs. Surely Beta has something important to tell us. Surely.
Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday.
Benefactors?
When I have learned enough.
And then?
One day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me. In a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She
Tilda is the
paintings,
devil.
Books, media files.
She shall die.
We met there in secret.
Just like all the other white devils. Like, it was all like, they will die.
It stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda?
She liked to talk about her paintings.
I thought it was her because I recognized her voice in the recording, and I was like,
something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. When I think back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect.
Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use?
she was the one
She was the
asking about
first real person
the,
who
she
bothered
wanted
to
a
speak to
copy
me.
of
I wasn't
Apollo.
really assessing her
Like,
for strengths and weaknesses.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel?
It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone. So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
And what is the point of all this? Like, what? Get to the point.
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s.
You think she was Dutch? What does that have to do with anything?
Did it interest you? I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis. Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use? No. Any information about them was redacted.
Then why are you telling me about it?
So Tilda set up
it
a secret
doesn't make
virtual
any
space where
sense.
she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't, okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
Yes, she's just like the others. She shall die.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, Soul. I sometimes forget about what
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I'm like, yeah, why are you telling me this? Like, what? Does this have anything to do with anything?
When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about it. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Yeah, I know. She's basically like a baby. She doesn't really... She knows information from, like, Apollo and stuff, but, like, what... Can she fight, though? Probably not. Like... She's kind of a liability, honestly, like...
Aloy. Is everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down at that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
Well, okay. What can I do for you?
Yeah, because if they get her back, they can like get opening up everything and shit.
You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much like there, but I did find out about these holofilms. Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those hollows.
I bet.
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful. When I could make sense of anything. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. And that's half the fun. You won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
You're like, that's half the fun.
How are things going around here?
Like,
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
What did you do?
I made one joke about how they, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just try not to get hurt. Are you playing that board game?
good God,
Keep saying
man.
everywhere?
Oh, you mean strike? Yeah, I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things. Yeah, it's a Tanakh game. I thought about playing Katalo, but what if he tries to kill me if I win?
I think you're safe.
Yeah, I don't know. Heard a lot of things about that tribe.
He said, well, if he tries to kill me if I win.
I brought some over from
So,
Shade Scraper. And with everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyways. You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe another time. I should get going.
Back to reading, I guess.
like, let's play a strike. I don't know how to play that. I haven't, like, tried to play it.
Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
How's training?
Discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met,
Hell
you
yeah.
asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I had thought it was strange at the time, but a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard, but it gets easier over time.
And you don't even know that much.
It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
That's what I said. It's
That
not.
weapon we found where
They
Beta was
sold their
hiding.
souls to the
Any chance we
devil
can use that against them?
Silence made sure that wasn't an
to
option.
live forever.
Why would he build something to hurt Farzina?
That's why they must
Yet allow them
die.
to capture you.
With Silence, there's always an angle.
For
Just
all
don't know
things
what it is
must die. I shall send them to meet their master in hell.
What do you make of
Like-
this Tilda that Beta was talking about?
They
The way she
shall.
described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it. If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some
No.
comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't trust each other.
Maybe. You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek
That's what the
sacrificed
devil
herself for the
does.
world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them. You brought up Rost.
Those people are evil.
I do think about him. You know, he was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he
I
sacrificed
shall
himself so I could survive.
eliminate all things
That seems like ages
evil
ago.
from this world.
So much has
They
happened
shall
since.
die.
What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on it. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about my sister, about what she would have become.
I just have to find that son of a bitch, Silence.
And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know.
That is
The
true.
mission has to come first.
You speak words of wisdom, friend. You are right.
I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you need us.
I must go. Chronic leaves, no sticks, no seeds. Holy shit, look at the size of that corn pipe.
Where have I seen this before? Aloy,
Hey, how's everything going?
I am well, but Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting to life here with us. I wish there was something I could do to help.
I'm not sure any of us can.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day. We'll do our best to make her feel welcome.
She is what you call brainwashed.
Azina stood a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are immortals. Old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying
Yes.
bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
It is. It is. That's what happens when you make deals with the devil.
Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you
It may
count
sound
Justice, Spirit
good,
has got
but
his
there's
training
always a
within us.
downside
I've been told.
to dealing
Please tell me you weren't being serious, though.
like that.
Of course not. I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf
That's what the
grazers.
devil does.
Laughed
He
at the idea of us
lies.
simple farmers being
He's
formidable
like, I will
fighters.
give you
Before I knew it,
everything.
he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so
But there's
worried.
always a catch.
We're evenly matched. For now. Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
Yeah, be nice to our friend. Like, that is not nice.
Found anything else combing through that data?
Varl and I have been looking into the animals of the old world. Apparently there used to be thousands more species roaming around than there are today. Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them, even as holograms. Though I know that without Artemis or Apollo, that may prove difficult. At least I can find comfort in knowing Gaia used many of them as inspiration for her machines. Her memory honors them.
What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure.
You just
I
might
asked
get
Gaia for
them
suggestions,
back.
and she brought up data you found on something called a
Once I get the devils in my
From what I
hands,
gather, the old ones would
I
store
shall
knowledge and
find out what they
all to see
did
and
with the
learn from,
other
like you've done here for us.
other
Maybe one
sub-functions.
day more people will be able to use this place to learn the way we have.
I'll squeeze it out of them.
Sounds crowded, but nice.
Like, you shall return all to me.
Is there anything I can help with around here?
Hmm? Oh no, we're doing fine.
Are you okay?
You and
Like,
Varl
you
have
shall
been
not.
friends for a
That's
while.
all they need to
I
know.
like to think so.
I was wondering, What do you know about his mother?
Oh,
That bad, huh?
why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoids talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. Thank you for telling me. I feel silly not being able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
Yeah, Sona, I remember.
I should get going.
Good luck on your search.
She is a battle axe, alright. I know, this is supposed to be the stash box, but you can't access it for some reason. Where's our friend? Oh, we got a workbench in there. Yeah, I'm still missing parts for that.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
Oh, damn. Yeah, they moved in together. That's a love shack. Love shack.
Gaia, what's this room?
This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. And while those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed, I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Well, that's something.
Well, here he is. Been looking for you.
Of course not.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
That is right. This man is a G, dude. Right.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy.
We need to fix his
Festus.
arm. What?
It will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
No, they have not. I shall bring the power of the Lord down on them, like they shall die. Like,
You said the bulwark was
the
your home
devils
a long time
shall
ago,
die.
that you were part of the Sky
All
Clan.
of them.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish.
We'll drink to that.
My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Guard to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Kulrut by Tekote. Back then, I obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hekarro and the marshals of a warrior like myself, even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
Yes, you were better off, my friend.
When we were at the
you deserve all
the
the
guard said something about the wings of the Ten. Hekarro also mentioned it at the Kulrut. Dekka, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom, and the awe it must have inspired.
Yes, they flew in jets, fighter jets.
What did Chief Hekarro say when you
And
told
it
him you'd be
must
joining
have been glorious.
He spilled rebel blood at the Grove and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best marshal. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there.
Yes, they are quite fast. And their armor is quite thick.
Must be strange, seeing everything through a Focus now.
I can see machines like never before. Their strengths and weaknesses simply reveal themselves to me. To think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful weapon I've ever possessed.
What do you think of this place? It must take some getting used to.
It's an efficient center of operations, and an acceptable training facility. Though it could use some more color.
Duly noted.
True. It's rather cold and
Getting
metal.
Aether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hekarro's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tenakth territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Yeah, we already
You've had some
found
time with
them.
the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regalla's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
Does it still hurt?
It comes and goes. I try not to think
The
about it,
phantom pain.
but its absence is always present for me. It's difficult to explain.
I can't claim to understand. Only empathize.
Then you have
We
my
shall
thanks.
fix it.
Have you spoken with Erend at all?
I gotta
little
see
chance
what
to.
what
I
Gaia
did see
could do.
bricks
There
away
must
from
be a
out
way
east.
to make him like
Stuff's as bitter as
a
Southbrush.
machine arm or
You get used to
something.
it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing. I should get going.
If I can help in some way, say the word.
I will. Thank you.
I know, we got all these
Doors unlocked
people
now.
at the base and it's like they don't even come with us. It's like, alright, let us go. Alright,